And so to begin, I'd like to recognize the gentleman from the 109th District, Representative Joseph Tabersack. Representative Tabersack, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For a point of personal privilege.
Please proceed, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As you all know, we're here today conducting our business and in part celebrating the history of the fine city that I'm from, Danbury, Connecticut. And we're lucky enough to have with us some very distinguished public servants from the city of Danbury. It gives me a great honor to introduce one of them to you, and that gentleman's name is John Esposito. John Esposito has been a councilman from the city of Danbury since 1981. He is the longest serving councilman in the history of Danbury. John epitomizes what is a good public servant in my mind. He is the type of guy who just will give you the shirt off his back and do anything for you and never ask for anything in return. I see him as a role model, and it gives me a great honor to introduce him. John served his country with bravery and honor in World War II, was injured at Iwo Jima. He came back and has been committed to the city of Danbury through his volunteer work in a number of organizations, including his church, St. Peter's Church. He's been an active member and a past commander of the VFW in Danbury. And it is just a great honor to have him here. And I'd like to ask the Chamber to join me in a very warm welcome. Thank you, John. We're proud of you. We're really lucky to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, John Esposito.
I'm particularly proud, John, that you were able to join us here today. John and I, before I was up here many years ago, long before any of you remember, I also served on the City Council, and I served with John Esposito. We represented the same precinct of the city for about 5 years. I didn't do that job anymore and left and came up here and took the step down, but John has continued representing my ward. I get to vote for him quite often, every 2 years, and I'm glad that you were able to come up today. John, thank you very much for being here. Next, I'd like to call on our good friend from the western part of Danbury, Representative Jan Gigler. Jan?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Before I introduce the Republicans from Danbury, I would like to just comment on John Esposito. He is a really well-respected man in our community, and many of us on this side, or actually both sides, really know him as Amy Hannaberg's grandfather. And we really welcome him here today, and I congratulate you on having received your recent citation from the Danbury Common Council for being the longest-serving councilman, and thank you so much for your service. I would like to take this moment to introduce Ivo Butera, who is a lifelong Danbury resident and a member of one of the older Italian families of Danbury that had immigrated from Italy. He's a very well-respected citizen of our community, a gentleman's gentleman. He's married to Frances, a retired tax assessor. He's active in the Republican Party and the Danbury Republican Town Committee. He's an active member of St. Joseph's Parish and very involved in Vespucci Lodge from the days on Main Street, and was one of the visionaries to relocate the lodge to its present location. He has served in many capacities, from president, trustee, festival co-chair, building fund chairman, and in many capacities too numerous to mention. He has received recognition from the Vespucci Lodge and is honored by them for his outstanding work and the Sons of Italy. He's a very quiet citizen for the city of Danbury, but he's highly regarded and well respected. And congratulations, Ivo, and it's nice to have you here in the chamber.
Let me echo Representative Gigler's comments. I've known Ivo as long as I can remember. We share Italian ancestry, as we do with John. And it's something about Italians that get involved in politics in Danbury. I don't know what it is, but we do that. I've served with him on a Charter of Vision Commission. He's been a role model for all of us because he's truly a gentleman in every sense of the word. And he is a role model for those of us who have given parts of our lives, at the very least, to the city of Danbury and to the civic involvement. And I would hope that his grandchildren and, in time, great-grandchildren and on will take that attitude towards civic involvement to heart. Thank you so much, Ivo. You honor us for being here today. Let me call on next to the gentleman from the 2nd District, Representative Jason Bartlett. Representative Bartlett.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In a point of personal privilege, I'd first like to start out by recognizing Jim Maloney. Jim Maloney is our former congressman from the 5th Congressional District. He proudly served and well served the town of Danbury, the 5th Congressional District, our state and our nation. He was also a member of the General Assembly from 1986 to 1994 as a state senator. He was the finance chair and did a great job bringing home money for our district. He is a great friend of mine. He's one of my constituents and now heads the Connecticut Institute, which has a lot to do with Head Start. Would you please give a warm welcome to former Congressman James Maloney. And I have the special honor today of highlighting our last honoree from the city of Danbury, Michael Tweezer Seri. This is a welcome home for Mr. Seri. He was a state representative from the city of Danbury from 1961 to 1967. Welcome home. He was also an assistant clerk to the State House of Representatives. He sat right there in the front row from 1969 to 1973. And he was the town clerk for the city of Danbury from 1979 to 2003. He's a member of the Commission on Special Revenue, and he is known as the most distinguished Toastmaster in the history of Danbury. He has many great stories to tell. I hope you get a chance to meet him because he is one of the most charismatic fellows from Danbury. He has a great sense of humor. He has a tremendous amount of loyalty, and he is a great friend to all of us in the city of Danbury. Please welcome Michael Tweezer Seri.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just to invite all of our fellow legislators to the reception this afternoon from 4:30 to 6:30 in the appropriations room, and a great time will be had by all. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, sir. Mike, it is just a delight to have you here. Now, I joke when I'm home and do remind people that Mike is a former member of the Connecticut House of Representatives, and I usually follow up with the line that I know he appreciates, and he still has the powdered wig that was issued to him when he served here in the Connecticut General Assembly. But no, it was only the 1960s. He was up here when such giants as Abe Ribicoff and John Dempsey and Tom Meskill and Ella Grasso were striding these halls. So the memories that he has of this building and this place are quite extensive, and we're delighted to honor him here today. I'm so glad, Tweezer, that you were able to come and join us here today. So a tip of my hat to you. Thank you. Representative Gigler.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Mike McLaughlin, who's the Chief of Staff for the City of Danbury, who has joined us today with his McLaughlin hat. I also would like to acknowledge Michael Siri, as he's a constituent of mine. If there's one individual that is known in Danbury, it's Michael. You go to the grocery store, and he must spend hours there because he knows everyone on every aisle. And he as a Toastmaster, he's just such a wonderful person to all. And I'm so glad that was able to come and join us today, and that the Yankees weren't playing, and he would choose Yankee Stadium over us. Thank you, Michael. I'd like to introduce Robert Nochi. As most of him times he's referred to as Bob. He's been involved in the Danbury Republican Party for many years, from the 1960s and perhaps even earlier. From the days of when Mayor Bowman was Danbury's mayor, Bob, along with his late wife, would work hard for the party, transforming headquarters on a Friday night into one of Danbury's most looked-forward socials. He's been active in the Republican Town Committee as well as the annual Republican clam bake. We respect him among the appraisers and real estate brokers and agents, and he's been very involved in the redevelopment of Danbury in the 60s and 70s. We really appreciate your being here, and congratulations on all you've done for Danbury. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. One last round of applause for Bob Nochi here, please. Bob, we appreciate all that you've done for the city of Danbury. We're so very grateful that we were able to come up here with our other honored guests today, and certainly the House is very, very happy to offer you our hospitality today. So thank you, and thank you all. And we thank the members for their indulgence in participating in this little speaking program for the Hat City, the city of Danbury. House will stand at ease.